Hey gang, Uncle Todd here, and we're looking at episode 2 of Wednesday, and it was a good one. Picking up where we left off, the sheriff's department is looking for Rowan's body, but turns out no body. No evidence of anything. Wednesday is convinced this happened. And then Rowan shows up. Everybody now thinks she's lying. There is no monster. Although the sheriff thinks there is. But that's neither here nor there. And Miss Weems is going to have Wednesday join an extracurricular club. So we get a little montage of her going to the different clubs. And she's an excellent archer. She can sing so high that only dogs can hear, and she breaks a lot of glass. And she's not afraid of bees. One of the plus signs of the bees is that there's only one member of the club. And you have to wear a bee costume. Because it's beehives. Bees sting. That'll be important later. Also, her dorm, or her hall, is getting ready to participate in the Poe Cup. Edgar Allan Poe being the most illustrious of Nevermore's alumni. And in fact, there are statues of him in the hall. Pretty nice. Wednesday's not really interested. It's a boat race to an island. You grab the flag of your team and you make it back across the lake to the finish line. First there wins. There are no rules. So you can cheat to your heart's content. Bianca's always won this. Wednesday's not really that interested in it because she's not really interested in anything. She goes out into the woods because she wants to re-examine the scene of the crime to find evidence that it really happened. She runs into Tyler, who saves her from being found by her father, who's still searching the woods. They find the site, and she finds Rowan's glasses. And she gets a vision from it. Rowan causing the gargoyle to fall on her from last episode. Huge fights between Rowan and his roommate Tristan. And the purple book that the drawing she has came from. Meanwhile, Thing has been following Rowan, who was expelled, and loses him in the men's room at the train station. Rowan goes into a stall, and another man comes out. Later, as the man's walking away from the terminal and no one's looking, the man changes into Miss Weems. Interesting. Meanwhile, back to Wednesday. She and Thing sneak into Tristan's dorm room. And they're searching for the book. Wednesday finds a mask hidden in an alcove under Rowan's bed. But there's a knock at the door, so Wednesday and Thing hide. And oh god, I'm going to forget her name. Bianca the siren, comes in. She wants to get back together with Tristan, but he's not interested. She's a siren. She can make someone feel like they're in love with her. Although she's wearing an amulet that prevents her from using her siren powers. But her ruthlessness is starting to make her unappealing. And she's kind of upset that Tristan seems very interested in Wednesday. Tristan's response is his interest in Wednesday is because she's the only one not trying to manipulate him. Encourages her. She also learns Bianca has done some sabotage to prevent her haul from winning. When she gets back to her room, Enid explains that one of the crew members on their canoe is sick. She had an allergic reaction to garlic bread, being a fang. Wednesday says she'll join the team, and she makes plans for her own sabotage. And we get a great, exciting chase with teams trying to prevent other teams from getting across the lake to the other island. I think it's an island. And while Wednesday is getting the flag from this structure that's there, it's kind of like a mausoleum, she touches it and gets a vision of a little girl from, looks like 1800s, saying to her, she's the key. Not going to tell you who wins the competition. You have to watch the episode for that. But afterwards, Wednesday discovers a marking on the Edgar Allan Poe statue that corresponds with the watermark on the page that she has. Examining the writing on the book in the statue's holding, she interprets the code, and it is that most iconic of Addams Family moments. Statue opens, she goes down a staircase and finds the hidden library of the secret club that used to exist at the school. There's a picture of her mother in there too, so of course her mother was a member. And she finds the book, and the other half of the picture is of a man standing next to Wednesday as the school burns down. And then someone throws a bag over Wednesday's head. End of episode. Really good episode. Had some interesting moments in it. Wednesday has a heart-to-heart with who does Christina Ricci play? Mrs. Thornhill, who turns out to be the only one in the school that's a normie. She's a bit of an outcast in both worlds, normie and Nevermore, making her kind of like Wednesday in a way. And they kind of have a bonding moment. And there's a great moment where Wednesday, in order to get Enid's help so that she can go off to the woods, she had yelled at Thing for losing Rowan. And in order to get Enid's help, because Enid and Thing have kind of bonded as friends, she has to apologize to Thing, which is something she never does. She never apologizes. So that was a pretty good moment. And Enid has to pretend to be her in the beekeeping costume. And it turns out the student that runs beekeeping, he's got a thing for her. He likes werewolves. But it seems Enid's got a thing for the Gorgon stoner we met in the first episode. So, yeah, all in all, really good episode. A lot of humor. Really looking forward to the solving of these mysteries. What's the monster? What is the connection with Wednesday and this other person? Will she really burn school down? Wednesday's a little weird that she might actually do this and she doesn't think that's good. Or it's not bad in an enjoyable way. Jason Adams. And once again, Gina Ortega. Oh my God, her deadpan deliveries is just so hilarious. There's a great scene where everybody around her is laughing and smiling, and she's just just perfect. Well, that's all I have to say about this episode. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.